This model demonstrates the path of blood in circulatory system. It consists of the lung, the heart, and the rest of body parts. In this model, we use the blue marble to represent oxygenated blood, and blue representing deoxygenated blood. Human blood is red because of the protein hemoglobin, which contains a red color compound called heme that's crucial for carrying oxygen through your bloodstream. Heme contains an iron atom which binds to oxygen. It's this molecule that transports oxygen from your lungs to other parts of the body. Chemicals appear particular colors to our eyes based on the wavelengths of light they reflect. Hemoglobin bond to oxygen absorb blue-green light, which means that it reflects red-orange light into our eyes, appearing red. That's why blood turns bright cherry red when oxygen binds to its iron. Without oxygen connected blood, it's a darker red color. Oxygen-poor blood deriving from the vena cava, which is a large vein returning blood to the heart, leads blood into the right atrium. Knots generate electrical impulses that cause the atria to contract and therefore push the blood from the atria to the ventricle because atrium are muscles that contract. There is a knot which acts as a pathway in the heart which fires an electrical impulse. This impulse travels through the muscle wall of the atrium, causing it to contract, which forces the blood out. Relative to the model our group built, the deoxygenated blood from the body went through the right atria through the valves to the right ventricle through the pathways made out of popsicle sticks. The little flaps on each end of the popsicle sticks represented the pressure the right atrial muscle created by contracting, in order for the marble to be pushed to the right ventricle. After the blood went through the right ventricle, the blood moves to the lungs. Once blood travels through the pulmonic valve, it enters the lungs. This is called the pulmonary circulation. From your pulmonic valve, blood travels to the pulmonary arteries and eventually to tiny capillary vessels in the lungs. In the model, it is demonstrated by a black plastic tube representing the lungs. As it shows, it is then connected to the cardboard box.
The cardboard box represents the 4 chambers. As the red marble travels down the path that is made by the popsicle sticks, it shows the blood flows from both atria, which is the upper 2 chambers of the heart, into the ventricles, which is the lower 2 chambers, which then expand and carry into the rest of the human body. In our model, the expansion process is represented by the entering of the sandwich bag. You've probably seen the domino effect in action where a row of standing slabs topple successively. Usually the dominoes are all the same size, but a toppling domino actually has enough momentum to push over a big one. So it is totally possible to use the blue marble to push the domino. Although it is smaller in size, the blue marble was released in a tilted tube and started accelerating because of gravity. The blue marble had a kinetic energy. The energy pushed over the domino. According to the equation of kinetic power equals to m multiplied v squared minus 2. M represents the mass of the object. V stands for velocity and speed. The mass of the marble is constant. As V increases, the kinetic energy increases, and finally had enough energy to push over the domino.